talking about the definition of critical thinking around critical thinking skills. I'm actually fast forwarding to thinking about my habits and mindsets of critical thinking, known as my critical thinking dispositions. How likely is it that I'll apply critical thinking throughout life, academics, and career? And I think y'all know what I'm talking about, because raise your hand if you know at least one person, child or adult, who's unquestionably brilliant, but finds a way to do the dumbest stuff you ever heard of on a regular basis. And if your hand's not raised, you're probably that person yourself. The difference between knowing better is often explained by having critical thinking skills but missing the dispositions. You also have this issue of critical thinking is very context dependent. So thinking like a mathematician is actually different than thinking like a scientist and thinking like an engineer and thinking like a librarian. So I need to make sure I'm teaching critical thinking across different contexts. And it can't just be about getting the right answer. My kids actually have to explicitly learn that doing right is more important than being right. Doing right is more important than being right. Just because I can doesn't mean that I should. Could you imagine if every gifted learner walked around like that, realizing just because I can doesn't mean that I should?